Okay, so a number of you have had questions both in class and outside of class about accessing the mammalian species monographs, and you're saying you can't find full text access to your species. You're not able to figure out where it is from the American Society of Mammalogists website. So I thought I would just do a short tutorial on how to access these things in case it wasn't clear in class, or if you're having trouble using the library. So the very first thing I would suggest you do, even if you want to go through the library, is to just do a Google search or a Google Scholar search using the keywords mammalian species and then your species name. So mammalian species, porcupine, if your species was porcupine. And quite often, one of the first search results you will get is a full text link or a link to the full text version of the mammalian species monograph for your species. So if you type into Google or Google Scholar, mammalian species, and then the name of your species, that may be all you need to do to find the monograph for your species. However, or at least it will give you probably the year that it was published and the number if it doesn't take you to a full text link. And then you can go to our library, and I'm going to share the screen and go through those motions with you. So here's our website. You go to library, you go to the library's homepage. I would go to journals instead of searching for everything. Type mammalian species into the search bar, hit search, and you get two different links for mammalian species. This one says it has links to 2 full text versions, and this one says it has links to 4 full text versions. I'm going to click on this group first, and it shows you the 4 different sources for mammalian species. And it gives you a sense of the years of coverage, right? So Academic Search Complete and Academic Search Premier cover the years 2004. So from July 1st, 2004, this one goes through December 2014. This one also, same time span. JSTOR, that source, goes from 1969 up to 4 years ago. So JSTOR is a free archiving service that a lot of institutions subscribe to, but JSTOR has a bit of an embargo, so it doesn't give you always the most recent years of a journal. And so Mammalian Species is covered, all kinds of other journals are part of this JSTOR collection. If we click on that, we go to the JSTOR page. It says it has coverage from 1969 to 2017. I'm just going to go in the 1990s, and the first year that comes up is 1999, but it goes through 1998, 97, etc. We're here in 1997. Mustela frenata is the long-tailed weasel. That's number 570. I'm going to click on the link for Mustela frenata. It takes me to this page, and if I go to the bottom, here's the stable link. I can click download PDF, and it opens up the monograph for the long-tailed weasel. This one was published in 1997 by Sheffield and Thomas. Gives you the taxonomy and all the other information about the weasel as it was known in 1997. So this is over 20 years old, so you may want to find more recent sources for some parts of your presentation. But if you're doing the long-tailed weasel, or any of these other mammals, this is your best starting point to get a sense of the life history and the basic ecology of that species. and it has a bunch of other references. But of course, all of these are going to be prior to 1997. But that's one way to go about doing it, right? Go through the JSTOR items. If we go back to the library, if we go out of this group of 4 sources to this group of 2, I'll go to Mammalian Species here through ProQuest Central. And ProQuest Central carries, it says it goes from 2017 to a year ago. Again, there's an embargo period of a year on the subscription. So nothing within the last 365 days may be available. But I'll click on this one. And it comes up with this. If we go to this drop-down box for years, actually goes all the way back to 2006. So it's not just 2017. I'll go to 2012 just for the sake of doing this. Then I can, so now I'm in the 2012 issue, and go to this drop-down box, and it gives me all of the Mammalian Species accounts that were published in 2012. It gives me the number. I don't know what any of these species, what any of these numbers are. I'll pick this one, 892. We'll click on this one, and then we'll hit View Issue. This is a bat, Myotis simus or semus. We'll hit the full text PDF. And it takes us right to the link for the velvety Myotis, a small to medium-sized bat, one of about 100 species of Myotis worldwide. And this is a South American species. So to search this part of the database, you need to know the number, the mammalian species number for your species. And again, you can get that by searching Google, or you can get that, I will try to go up here. By going to mammalsociety.org, American Society of Mammalogists page. If you go to Mammalian Species, you can go here, download this Excel spreadsheet, and get a list of all of the 900 plus mammalian species accounts, and find your species and its number from that list. I'm not going to download the spreadsheet, but all you have to do is click on the spreadsheet, and it's a free download. The journal itself isn't free, but the spreadsheet is free, so you can get that list here, or doing it simply as a Google search. So that's how I would approach it. First, I would start with Google or Google Scholar and type in mammalian species and then your species. You'll get lots of other good resources that way as well, and you might be able to get full text access to the mammalian species monograph for your species. But it at least should give you the number of the mammalian species account and the year it was published, and then you can go to the library, to our library, and work through the library's databases and get the mammalian species monograph for your species. Again, this is the best starting point for starting your presentation research. You'll want to find other good sources to fill in gaps or to supplement the information you get on mammalian species account, especially if it's an older account or if it's a short one, because there wasn't much information available when it was published. But it's the best starting point for doing this type of research.